Good morning, students. Today we'll start this chapter of chapter number 3. Like previously, we have done classes on earthquake. Today's topic is major landforms. The landscape is being continuously worn away by two processes. That means our landscape is changed by two processes, that is weathering and erosion. Now, weathering is what? Is the breaking of the rocks on the earth surface. Erosion is the weathering away of the landscape by different agents. So erosion, it takes place by because of water, wind and ice. So whenever there is strong rainfall, the rainfall it clean all the soils of the top layer. The wind, when the strong wind it blows, it also carry huge quantity of soils, small rocks, and it change the landforms. Ice, the melting of the ice, it release huge amount of water which change the landform. The eroded material is carried away or transported by water. So all the wash away materials such as sand, soil and small rocks, it transport by water and wind, etc., and eventually deposits, and it deposit in some other place. When a soil, or a small rocks, it is transported, it transferred from one place to another place. This process of erosion and deposition creates different landforms on the surface of the earth. So what type of landform is formed by the river? It forms what? It forms the waterfall. So when the river tumbles at steep angles, so you can see the steepness, over very hard rock or down a steep valley, it forms a waterfall. The next landform it forms is the meanders. As the river enters the plain, when the river it enters the plain area, it twists and turns, forming large bands known as meanders. So here is the meander river, which form the shape of a snake or the S shape. So due to continuous erosion and deposition along the sides of meander, the ends of the meander loop come closer and closer. So all this shaded portion, it is deposited by some kind of sediment such as sand, soil, small rocks, etc. The meander loop cuts off from the river and forms a cut off lake, also called an oxbow lake. So it forms what? It forms an oxbow lake. So different landforms formed by river are meanders, oxbow lake. Floodplains. During the flood times, it forms floodplains. The raised banks are called levees. So near the floodplain areas, where the higher places are known as the levees. The next form is formed by the river is the delta. So the collection of sediments from all the mouth frames from all the rivers, when all the rivers flows and carried all the sediments, sand, silt, rock, soil, it forms an delta. In our India, famous delta is the Sundarban delta in the West Bengal. That's all for today. Thank you, students.